CAC now submitted a letterhead. What's the name of it? Kogi Central Political Frontier. Yes. And the address there was number 4, Oboroke. That address does not exist. And we ran a check on the status of registration of the association which sponsored my recall, Kogi Central Political Frontier. And the CAC report came negative, that association is not registered. So I'm still waiting. I'm wondering why INEC has not yet made a statement to that effect, or sent people down to Oboroke here, which is just 5 minutes away, to ascertain whether that address is real. Or have we stooped to the point whereby fictitious, non-existing associations and individuals can call for the recall of a senator? Are we in a kangaroo country? No. We should not allow that. So now, I don't know whether the process will be stalled, but we are in courts as well. Also, I don't know when they will come down here to verify you, but I will say this. If the time ever comes for the verification of the 250,000 people that signed for my recall, I trust that you will do right. I trust that you will speak, that you did not... What's going on with that car?
Overheating.
It's overheating.
Yes, overheating.
Tell them to come out of that car and switch off. Please come out of the car. Look at what's going on. Thing I was going to say. Yes. You see, the fact that we have leaders, when a person is appointed to a leadership position or elected to a leadership position, that does not mean that they are absolutely right in every decision they make. I was suspended for 6 months, which is against the Constitution. Nigeria's constitution does not allow the suspension of elected officers. But again, the Senate says it is guided by its rules. But what does the Senate rule provide for suspension of? Here you have those in authority violating the Constitution and playing God through abuse of power. Not only is it illegal, because the signatures that were used attached to my suspension were all attendance sheets. They were not signatures that were attached to the suspension report. So that suspension itself is saddled with lots of irregularities. And it amounts to gross they themselves, the entire team that sat on it, and the Senate president, that he was a judge in his own cause. All the entire procedure amounts to what they call gross irregularity, gross injustice.
Gross Akpabi.
And I know that in the fullness of time, God is going to turn around that for our victory. You see, lies may tarry but for a while. Truth will always prevail. But while we wait unto God, because you see, God does things in miraculous ways. God's time is different.
It's all about God, you know. Natasha Akpoti, the daughter of Dr. Jimo Akpoti, Natasha Akpoti Uduan, the daughter of Dr. Jimo Akpoti, a local politician whose mark is pretty much well documented in the Kogi state politics. She is very smart and she is the daughter of her own father. Remember that. She said she's not afraid of them. There are many factors that will make her never to be afraid of them. She is half Russian, yeah, half Nigerian. Also, she is married to one of Nigeria billionaires. And in every step, she would acknowledge her husband's influence on her life and on her politics. Something that, well, so many of these factors that, like I said, that she's very intelligent, right, smart enough to put to her own advantage. She's not slowing down enough that she is confident again that as much as Nigeria's system is so like corrupt, right? She is no mean or small player in the whole scheme. So practically she's not 100% like, innocent of, the rot itself. But as a woman, those who are dealing with her might have possibly underrated her in something that, to me, again, is working in her own advantage. So this is the part where she told her people about the plot. Apart from all of this, imagine an organization that is planning to recall a senator. Like she said, they have no known address, but they put up a fake address, a non-existing address, right? And possibly fake contacts that, if properly investigated, is also maybe fraud. The people that the video of how they claim to obtain the 250,000 signatures, which in itself is invasion of the people's data, who released the voters register, like from the INEC, who released that to them, enough that they perused it and they started forging signatures of people, which is what INEC said they are going to go and verify. In all of this, as some have said that what she is doing is going to be detrimental to the opportunities that the women or the females in Nigerian politics, should be enjoying, like the doors that should have been opened for future female lawmakers and other elective positions, that Natasha's action is going to possibly prevent that. So in all of this, except for those who, because normally, right, we have all taken sides, there are so many people who are in this, not because they really care about Natasha per se. There are many people who are in this because they possibly have this PTSD, personal experience of how wealthy people believe that they can get away with anything. Politicians and people who claim to be powerful. So from that, seeing somebody stand up to the powerful, right, is something that naturally they will support from their own personal experience. There are those who are just like, everything just got a jari, made them burn themselves. They say, do you know Akpabiole? Say, yeah, I do. Do you know Natasha? Yeah. So which one do you prefer him to? I don't stand any of them. Made them kind of like escalate everything, burn everything down, made this Nigeria, made everything scatter, or go scatter. There are those like that. So to them, it doesn't matter who is right or who is wrong. To them, it is an opportunity to further possibly know more the inner workings of the criminals ruining Nigeria. So if this presents this opportunity, fine. While, like I said, many others are just like, can't stand the injustice. Doesn't matter who is involved, whether you are rich or poor, whether you are a senator or a shoemaker. To them, the sense that this is not right, they will stand up and speak. And I think I belong to that letter myself in this regard, but I share in the sentiment of those who possibly would like to see how these guys tear themselves apart and eventually burn down the entire system that keeps popping them up every now and then. Because if it gets to a stage where somebody says they are planning to kill me, on top waiting, yeah, Somebody said, is it because of this sitting arrangement or no sitting arrangement? Listen to her.
Then I will say this, and I'm saying this openly as well. On the 14th day of March, at about 10:30 p.m. On the 14th day of March, at about 10:30 p.m., I got calls that Governor Yeye Bello was with Akpabiole. That night. Now let me say this now. On the 14th of March, at 10:30 p.m., mind you, 2 days before that, which was on the 12th, Akpabiole had called Governor Olodo on the phone that he should commence my recall. But Governor Olodo told him it would be impossible. No, hold on. This was what Governor Olodo said on the 12th. Listen. He said, on the 12th of March, Akpabiole spoke to Governor Olodo to recall me. But he told him to be impossible because the masses are with her, yes, the people are with her. But Akpabiole was not satisfied. He then sent for Yeye Bello. And it was actually Senator Asukwo from Cross River that drove Yeye Bello from Hilton Hotel. I was informed of everything. And when I got to know, hold on, the meetings was in two folds. He told him to commence my recall. And that he was going to fund it. Of course, monies changed hands that night. The second thing he told him was that he should try and kill me. I didn't make this public, but I wrote to the IG of police. And Akpabiole told Yeye Bello, I am saying, standing by what I've said. He told him that he should make sure that killing me does not happen in Abuja. It should be done here. So it will seem as if it's the people that killed me here. I didn't make that public, but we did notify the security agencies of that. I called on the media houses. I called on This Day, I called on Punch, I called on a number of that I know. I tried to get them publish the information ahead of time. That look, this is the nature of the meeting. They are going to commence my recall. But of course, the print media, if you don't have evidence, they will not be able to put it out. So they said, Natasha, do you have any evidence that your recall is being planned? I said, I don't have any evidence, but I know that the meeting took place and this was what transpired. But you see, 3 days after, the recall started and they called me, oh, you said it. I said, I did tell you that this was going to happen. But what is it now for us? We saw what happened. They came around, deceived our women that there was an empowerment program going on. They told them to come.
And that is the lady behind the record. She's also the same lady in blue dress with Yeye Bello. So she looked like Yeye Bello with a wig, kind of, and earrings. If you probably look very well, right? It's like Yeye Bello with a wig. If you put the wig on Yeye Bello now and put the cap on her, she's probably going to be like Yeye Bello is leading the record. Do you get the message? They are not related though. No, they are not. She is a special advisor to Olodo of Kogi. So Olodo of Kogi told Akpabiole that to recall Natasha, oh my hard you, very hard you. In fact, they didn't use hard. They said it's impossible. That is Yeye Bello says Stoogie. So that's when they called Yeye Bello. And Yeye Bello called Omole, the female Yeye Bello. That you will think she's his sister. Like if I present her to you that she's Yeye Bello's sister, I believe that 90% of you watching this will probably believe it. For the moment, later you get to know they're not related. Maybe they are related because she's married. What if the Omole in her name is her husband's name? What if her real name is something Yeye Bello Omole? I don't know. And they do that too in Nigeria. Women supporting women in the mud. So while I was practically still recovering from a video I'm about to share with you, was when we had this breaking news. Natasha has defied Olodo of Kogi, damned Yeye Bello, and everyone else. She's on her way to Okene. But while the majority of you were celebrating, it was yesterday, Salah, was that 2 days ago? Idil Fitri, was that 2 days ago, right? The terrorists in Nigeria, somewhere in Kaduna, they were also marking Idil Fitri, the end of Ramadan. The hypocrisy in this is that Ramadan to Muslims is considered the holiest month of the calendar year. Do you understand? It's like a special month that somehow, if these guys, these jihadists, are true Muslims, they will respect that month, Abi. They will probably just take a break. There will be no kidnapping, there will be no killing, and all of that stuff. But that's not the case. So during the Ramadan, they were killing people. They were kidnapping people. They were ransacking villages, Papa. They were doing horrible things that, although the kind of reaction you are getting now because of Europe, right? They are very scarce, non-existent to all these their activities. Let me show you briefly, right? And please tell your children that these are bad people, very, very bad people. Just say that to them so that they won't see it as maybe because they are doing Allah Akbar, right? Maybe people are just getting them wrong. These are